Welcome to the summary of Episode 3, Hot and Cold. February 4th, 2018. Black Manta calls together the Dark to discuss Deathstroke's unapproved assassination of Dr. Stone. Acknowledging that they've spent the recent months amassing a vast amount of wealth, Manta says that the time has arrived for the Alliance to determine its agenda and long-term goals. Opening credits. Tasked by the UN with transporting the villain Plasmus to a secure location, 6 members of the team leave in 2 transport trucks. Bumblebee, Miss Martian, and Superboy drive the truck with the monster, safely frozen in a cryogenic chamber. Blue Beetle, Aqualad, and Tigress drive the decoy truck, while the 2 groups stay in touch. They laugh that the Bat Kids are throwing a surprise birthday party for Batman, which they can't imagine ending well. They also note that Mal is helping his new friend Jack-O-Lantern with Brother Blood's victims. As the truck with Plasmus goes over a bump, a wire in his chamber gets disconnected. Starfire and Protector are spending the day together in the city, since this world is unfamiliar to them both. Corey wonders why she needs the device from Dr. Stone that disguises her image, since humans have many different skin tones, but Pro tells her that it's better to blend in. When a youth snatches a woman's purse, Corey asks if she should incinerate him. Pro throws something to trip him and explains that theft is not a cause for death. Corey then startles Pro by saying that she is attracted to his spirit, face, and form, and that she would like to mate with him. After an hour on the road, the trios continue talking over radio. The truck transporting Plasmus suddenly alerts them to a rise in the chamber's temperature. They pull the truck over and find a hole burned out of the back, through which Plasmus has escaped and is nowhere in sight. Connor and Karen take off after him, with McGann following behind in the transport truck. Everyone on the council states what they want. Sportsmaster and Cheshire are pursuing thrills and a fearsome reputation. Ocean Master wants control over Atlantis. Grodd desires dominion over Gorilla City. Talia wants to maintain direction of the League of Shadows. Deathstroke seeks revenge on Clarion and Vandal Savage. Manta notes that none of them have mentioned the various hero teams. After about 20 minutes of pursuit, Superboy and Bumblebee catch Plasmus walking down the open road towards a nearby town. When Plasmus burns Connor's arms, they realize that a direct confrontation won't work. While Karen distracts Plasmus, Connor punches a hole in the ground. Karen's stings force Plasmus into the hole head first. As he starts melting through the earth, Connor grabs him by the boots. Pro says to Corey that the attraction is mutual, but because he still has no memory of his life prior to appearing in the Egyptian desert, he doesn't know if he was involved with anyone. He may even be married. Until he knows more, he can't act on his feelings. Corey expresses her disappointment, but assures him that she enjoys his friendship and company. Through a portal, Black Spider suddenly appears with Cold Snap and Heatstroke, who he introduces as his amazing friends. Spider adheres Bumblebee to the ground with webs, while Heatstroke burns Superboy until he lets Plasmus go. Cold Snap freezes Plasmus, Spider wraps him in a web sling, and the 3 villains exit with Plasmus through the portal. As Connor and Karen recover from the attack, McGann arrives with the truck. Black Manta proposes that they assist each other in their respective goals, but with one overarching mission: to coordinate all so-called villains in a worldwide network that can stand against both heroes and aliens. Everyone agrees. In the closer, Darkseid is seen in a demonic realm stumbling around. He has white residue on his head and shoulders and a grayish crust on his mouth. He yells at the shadowy winged creatures in the sky, but finds that his Omega beams and other powers don't work. The creatures suddenly fly off. A gigantic red-skinned figure suddenly appears. Darkseid tries to hide his fear and defiantly demands information, but with a gesture of the demon's finger, Darkseid's mouth crusts over with gray rock. As he struggles to free his face, the demonic figure walks away with thunderous steps. So just a few comments on the 3rd episode. The Dark is not really unified by anything except their rejection by the light, so I thought this was an opportunity to explore the different motivations that villains have. Since Grodd is highly powered and the rest are normal or close to normal, I also wanted to explain why he didn't simply take over the group. Obviously, I'm building a relationship between Protector and Starfire, who often seem to be standing together in Protector's few comic appearances. They're both strangers here, and fish-out-of-water stories are always fun. It's also fun to pair off team members who we rarely or never see together. Connor and the infrequently seen Karen make an interesting duo. I've been bringing in members of the Brotherhood of Evil, and Plasmus is a hard villain to hold on to, so I thought he was a nice challenge for them. We get a hint that Plasmus isn't evil. He's an experiment that trapped a man in a horrific situation that condemns him to a lifetime of burning anything he touches. Black Spider is an obvious parallel to Spider-Man, so I carried the reference even further by bringing in Heatstroke and Cold Snap from the Outsiders villains, the Masters of Disaster. Just as Spider-Man is super talkative and annoyingly difficult to defeat, this trio easily captures Plasmus while holding off Superboy and Bumblebee. The end of this episode finally introduces Trigon, at least partially, and gives us the rare instance of Darkseid knowing he's clearly out of his depth. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and look for many more episodes to come. Take care.